All the roll and go, where am I to go? Meet Johnny, where am I to go? For I'm a young and a sailor lad, and where am I to go?
Hello, and welcome to Where Am I to Go podcast. Today we are at a very unusual museum. It's in Quartzsite, Arizona, which is down off of Interstate 10. It's kind of the winter rendezvous point for so many RVers and campers and that type of stuff, especially in the month of January and February. But we are here with Joanne, and Joanne has a gum museum. I had no idea what I was going to see when I came here. A couple packages of gum, but holy smokes, this lady has collected some gum. So welcome to Where Am I to Go podcast, Joanne.
Thank you.
Okay.
Should I start?
Oh, you start.
Okay. Well, a few years ago, there were 2 articles written about the collection. And from those 2 articles, these first 4 cases are all donations. And if people have time to read the letters, they're awesome, but most people don't. But anyway, my oldest one now is this Mansfield Pepsin. It's like early 1900s. And then I have lots of little 1914s and 1924s and old ones. And then from then on, it just goes by date that I collected. But we lived in Death Valley for a few years. And this one was found at the bottom of a mine shaft by the caretaker, and it is actually dated 1935, but they don't do that anymore.
Okay, let's back up just a little bit.
Okay.
How old were you when you started collecting gum?
My sister started this when I was about 10, and we lived in Denver, Colorado, and my dad worked for St. Vincent de Paul.
Okay.
And he redid the furniture, and every once in a while, on the cushions of chairs and couches, he'd find gum. And so he'd bring it home. It was too old to chew, so we saved it.
Did he find any that had already been chewed?
If he did, he didn't bring that home. And a lot of people think when they come to the gum gallery, it's chewed gum. And there is actually a wall of chewed gum in Seattle. Did you know that?
No, but I've heard that there's desks and tables all over the nation that have them on it.
Yeah. Luckily, none of mine is chewed.
Well, this is okay. So this oldest gum was first brought about when approximately?
Oh, there's a timetable.
Oh, you've got okay.
Yeah, Wrigley's. Let's see. The first one. Well, they started with Indians chewing spruce gum and stuff, and then John Adams made the first one in 1848.
Okay.
And Wrigley came in. Let's see. 1892.
You said, and on here it has Adams makes Blackjack, the first mass-produced
flavored
gum.
Yeah.
Wow. And you got it all the way back to AD 50 with the Greeks chewing mastic?
Mastic, whatever that is, from the tree.
Resin from the mastic tree. And the Mayans chew chicle? A resin from the sopadilla tree.
And actually, the first gum that was natural was chicle.
Okay.
And then after, let's see, I think about World War I, they couldn't afford chicle anymore, so now it's artificial.
Is that where the name chiclets comes from?
Probably.
Okay, because we used to chew those little chiclets all the time.
Oh yeah. They still have little chiclets. Kids love chiclets. Somewhere here as we go, and I can't remember exactly where, there's some raw chicle that I'll show you when we get to it.
That'd be cool.
Okay, and some of the other notable times, you say that Adams patents the first gum-making machine. So what do they make gum out of, do you know?
I have no idea.
You just know it's good and you chew it.
Yeah, right. and sell it and show it. That's about all I know.
Okay, so do you chew a lot of gum, or do you just collect it?
I mostly collect it. If I do chew it, I like spearmint, but yeah, once in a while. It's not anything that's on my to-have-to-do list.
Okay, so being a gumbologist and all, like I'm sure you are, And the study of gum, maybe you don't study a lot of peripheral parts, you just collect. But I always heard that if you swallow gum, it's horribly bad for you. What are the rumors around that? Do you know?
I don't know, but come here.
We're going on a walk.
Yeah, we're going on a walk. Speaking of swallowing gum.
You're not going to show me a baby diaper. Oh.
No.
Okay, so we've got a T-shirt here that has a dog with a great big bubble out of his butt, and the boy saying, "You've been eating my bubble of gum again, haven't you?" That's a pretty cool T-shirt. Okay, so let's get back over here. Your first gum that you've got, as far as a package, is it looks like it's a tin.
Yeah.
And it's Mansfield Pepsin gum.
Right.
And what is Pepsin gum?
That's just the flavor.
Just the flavor?
And
okay.
I don't think they have Pepsin flavor anymore.
Okay.
Actually, I've never tasted it. Oh, there are so many fun letters. This man called from New York. He had seen my article, and his mother was in a rest home. She had dementia, and he said, "I took your article there because one of her only memories of childhood is oh boy gum." And I said, he asked if I had one. I said, "Oh, I've never even heard of it." He said, "Well, I'm going to take this to my mother and I'll show it to her and then I'll send it to you." I said, "Well, I'll reimburse you." He said, "Okay." And he said, "No, you don't need to." So when I got it, it was like $50. I said, "Oh."
Wow.
So I called back and said, "Thank you so much. I would have paid for it."
Right.
Yeah, that was very generous of him.
And now you've got a Wrigley's gum in here. Now, I'm assuming that all of these letters that people sent the gum with that you put on display are just things that you didn't have yet. You've got a thing of chiclets. You've got Beeman's, Blackjack. You've got several with, I guess, collecting cards. You've got Three's Company, Grease, Growing Pains. I didn't even know they had that. And I was raised in that period.
They don't anymore, but as you go through, you'll see where it was, and then it kind of got chopped off, which is kind of a shame. They still have the trading cards, but they don't have gum in them.
Okay, and then you've got the baseball cards. And then you've got a Wrigley's packet here that is wrapped in cellophane that is an old, it says 1921.
Yeah, this lady said that they had torn down a house and they found this in the wall. And she had read my article, so she sent me that. And
this is not at all like a normal regular Wrigley's package. This is like a cellophane little packet, and it's got Wrigley's with a circle on it and PK. It says 2 pieces. This is really a cool.
Really awesome.
It is. And then you've got it looks like a presidential deal over here. You've got a cigars. Reagan cigar and a Walter Mondale cigar. And several really old.
All of these old Wrigley packages, a lady called and said she had found these after her father died, they were in a cigar box. And she had called the Wrigley archives to see if they wanted them, and they said no. I said, wow. "Oh, I would love to have them." So that's where they came from.
And those are 1924 and 1914. But this 1921, well, she didn't know how old that pack was, I'm assuming. The one in the cellophane. Because those are definitely old wrappers versus this being just...
Well, she had checked the archives, this lady had.
Okay.
She knew that wasn't 1921. She knew that's what that was from.
Okay. And then we come on down. Okay, now we've talked about 3 cases here. There is probably, what, 50 cases, 100 cases?
Probably close to 200, I suspect.
Close to 200. Wow. And you say they're kind of in chronological order as far as time frames and stuff.
They're the years that we collected them. Like I say, I'm not sure it's the year they were born.
Okay. She's got... in this one, the old cigarette gums that look like a cigarette that you'd chew. Back when I guess cigarette smoking was cool.
And now they're illegal.
Now they're illegal.
Yeah, you can't buy them. You can still buy them in Mexico, and I have some over there from Mexico, but they're like death row and they're dark.
Oh, okay. And you've got Stupid Buttons, bubble gum, Clark's Tea Berry, Clark's Cinnamon. And those are huge sticks.
Yeah,
Those things
they were.
are probably 10 inches long and 3 inches wide.
And probably a penny a piece at that time.
And a fruit punch is the same way. That I've never seen the Clark. Well, there's a lot of gums in here.
There's
I've
a
never
lot
seen.
of Clarks.
I've just.
And this Man on the Moon.
Were those trading cards also?
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
And then there's a couple of packets in here that are like a normal trading card packet, and it says Big Wad, and they are like 3/4 of an inch thick. And one of them says Grape Mouthful. I'm sure that by the time you shoved all that in your mouth, it'd be...
It would be a mouthful.
Oh, man. Little bubble gum cigars. And wow.
Look at these.
This is just so cool.
It is, you know. And
Oh, the hot dog ones. I remember those.
Yeah, they were actually pretty cinnamony, pretty
Yeah.
hot doggy.
Yeah, and they're probably 2 inches long and as big around as a pencil.
Yeah.
And they came in a long string.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
The rock gum here.
Yeah, I think they actually still have. You can still find these little sacks of gold.
Oh, okay. Little rock
Yeah.
rock gums in,
Yeah, I
in
think.
Gold Rush sacks. Wow. Zoo's Who. Ape size Razzles gum.
You remember the Razzles?
I don't remember those. And then we have Trident. I remember the Trident sugarless. And then the regular Bazooka with old Bazooka Joe in there.
Yeah, old Bazooka Joe.
Wow. And then we're coming into, this must be close to the 80s, because that's kind of when that Bubblicious and Hubba Bubba.
Yeah,
with
when that came in, and I have a whole case of those over there, of all the different flavors and when they change designs, I try to find them.
Okay.
Can't find them much anymore, but sloppy waffles.
Kiss. You got
Kiss, yeah.
or those have collector cards in them, I'm assuming, because
Right.
it's about that size.
Look at these.
Wow.
All the old
Oh.
records. There's
Now-
3 cases of these, and every one of them, if it's like a gold record, like Elvis, the gum is yellow.
Oh, really?
And if it's just a regular one, the gum is just pink.
And this is all the old album covers. Just like if you bought an album, inside they've got a round disc with a hole in the center, like you'd put your record on your record player. And just to name a few of them, we've got a David Bowie, a Neil Diamond, jazz singer, Rush, Permanent Waves, Judas Priest with his hands on the razor blade. We've got Get the Knack, Elvis, Meatloaf, Willie Nelson, Santana,
The Beatles.
the Beatles. This is just so cool. I never had seen any of these, and I was kind of into all this music.
You know, they used to have Blockbusters where you could rent videos.
Right.
That's where I found these. This was also in Denver. They would have them like as you would check out on the checkout stand.
Uh-huh.
That's where we found all those.
Wow. What company made that? Do you know?
That I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, the only company I know for sure is Blue Q, and I have a whole lot of Blue Qs we'll get to later.
What about Wrigley's?
A lot of Wrigley's. I have books about Wrigley's, how they got started, and
Now you've got one package up here. I don't know what it was, but it looks like it had a full-length comic book in there with like 6
it
pages.
looked like this to start
Oh.
with. Had a little piece of gum.
Okay,
And then
again,
it had a little comic book inside.
the same size as your collector cards, your baseball cards or whatever.
Right.
And then it has Spider-Man, the Hulk, and Captain America, Spider-Woman, Archie, and it's got like a little 6-page comic book in there. It's amazing what all
is.
they stuck in gum
Oh,
packages.
I know. And they don't do that anymore. You don't hardly find novelty gums anymore.
Oh, now here's a bubble gum that I would probably really, really like. Liver and onions. It's right there. Liver and onions bubble or gum.
Yeah, those are fun.
They are. There's a whole deal here. You've got bone and peeled and Fido. What's Fido? Does that smell like feet?
Probably says,
Cup of swill, trash can bouquet or banquet.
give you a dirty feet aroma, yeah. Itchy flea soap. I know it says if you can catch them, we can clean them.
I'm surprised I'm surprised Santa Claus didn't bring me a bunch of those for Christmas and stick them in my sock.
Kids would have loved them.
The kids would have loved them.
And kids' meal at McDonald's, or no, Wendy's. This was one.
Oh, where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
And it even came in a Wendy's wrapper out of tinfoil.
Right.
How cool is that? You got a Mr. T gold chain bubble gum and a bunch of Star Wars stuff. And then these here were squeeze gums.
Yeah. Yeah.
Made by Bazooka.
Yeah.
Huh.
They just came out like toothpaste.
Well, and that's probably a really good idea because those Bazooka Joe little squares that they used to have, it just about break your teeth when you started chewing them. They were so doggone hard.
They are hard.
Behind you too.
Yeah, we haven't gone down that
there's
side.
everywhere. There's gum everywhere.
And you got a puzzle up here that has gumballs. That has to be a fun puzzle to do.
Yeah, which I haven't done.
Good. I don't like doing puzzles.
I
so
don't either.
That one would sit in my house forever.
They confuse me, but
Well, see, when they say on the side 3 to 5 years, I'm thinking that's how long it takes, and that's just one with 50 pieces of the United States.
yeah,
So.
I'm with you.
Trident, I remember that kind of coming out, and the Big Buddy, the long sticks.
The bologna.
Bologna flavored?
But yep.
Oh,
And Chinese noodles and worms from the apple.
this is just, the packaging and the marketing on this is so
It's
cool too,
amazing.
because it's so colorful.
Right.
And I guess because they're marketing to children, that's why there's so many colors and
the
so
kids
many of
grab
the.
them. Oh, here's the Razzles.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Slush puppy sticklets.
Dog breath gum.
Dog.
Oh, she found the blue Q.
Okay, we're working our way. Wow, these here are some really old.
These are some really old ones. And I had a lady call, about a year ago, said her mother had just passed away, and she had a gum collection. She had 212 gum pieces, and she wanted to know if I wanted to buy them. And I said, well, sure. And so they're in the house. I haven't got them displayed. I can't figure out how. But anyway, she has one of these Snow White pieces, and this says that it's worth $100. Just, and there's also a Pinocchio in her bunch.
Really, and this is really interesting. I'm assuming, looking at the marketing on it or the printing, that these are probably from the 30s and 40s. I'm just kind of guessing.
Yeah.
And you've got Jack and Jill and Teddy Cinnamon Gum, and It Bubbles Peppermint and How Bubble Gum, 1 cent. The United Chicle Company. There you go with the chicle again. Yep. And then you've got Long Chew Gum, and it's got a picture of a giraffe on the front with a long
and a
neck.
penny, can you imagine?
And then you've got one that says Juicy Kiss. And it says the $50,000 flavor chewing gum. This just goes on. This is so cool.
It is amazing. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Oh, definitely.
Some people don't. Some people will come in, like she said, in a museum. Yeah, these are the Blue Q, these 3 cases.
And what is Blue Q?
That's the company that produced them, and we first found those in a little gift shop in, yeah.
Okay. If you have children, go ahead and have them plug their ears for this one, because this one's full of really interesting gum things. Instant asshole, just add alcohol gum.
Erase your past.
Enjoy spending time with your mother. That one's not so bad. Bitch with a capital C, chewing gum.
Some of them are nice.
I kissed a Republican gum, and he's got his head buried in a pillow. I kissed a Democrat's actually there too.
Is that a toilet?
I actually gave a shit earlier. These are fun to read.
These are awesome.
You could spend all day. You could be a bigger bitch fruit gum. Okay, kids, you can unplug your ears because I'm
there's
going to read
more.
these.
No,
I'm going to
there's
read these.
more.
I'm going to read these afterwards instead of reading them on the podcast.
Okay.
I'm going to come back and laugh
That's
for a
probably a
bit.
good idea.
Tastes like chicken bubble gum. Everything tastes like chicken. Life is short but wide. Happy dead clown chewing gum.
I like this one. Does this gum make my ass look big?
And then you've got a whole display here. It says collected in 2004 of Eclipse, Cool Ice, Orbit, Arm & Hammer Dental Care, and a couple of little metal carrying cases. Were
Like,
those the way that those came?
Oh, the coffee places. Where
Starbucks?
Yeah, Starbucks.
Oh, they had a chewing gum flavor too,
Yeah,
huh?
and then they started with these cool cases, and now they still have them, but they're just in a little cardboard, real cheesy.
Oh, this
I
tin
have
is
them
this tin
somewhere.
is kind of like a little bit bigger than a Bic lighter. It would be the size of the tin, and it's got a pop top on it. And I'm assuming the gums were kind of oblong or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, little like mints.
Okay. There we go. And then we've got international gums.
Yeah, international. These.
We got them from Japan, from Mexico, from Italy. A lot of those gums look just like chiclets.
A lot of them are Adams and Wrigley. They're everywhere.
Okay, but they're all of the labeling is done in Italian or Mexican or
Right.
Japanese.
Right.
Wow, from Russia, from Spain, from Germany, Sweden, Virgin Islands, Australia, Switzerland, Korea, Holland, Denmark, and more.
Yeah, there's more.
Gums, the word. Okay, so you've got a deal up here that has all the different, how to pronounce it in all these different places.
Right.
And I'm not even going to go there because I would mispronounce every single
Yeah,
one of
me
them.
too.
But you've got probably 15 different pronunciations from different countries. Now, I am going to try one. The one from the Philippines, it's called chewing gum. I got that one right. I did find one I could do.
And the Philippines also.
Yeah. Oh, India. India's chewing gum too.
Okay, there
Oh,
are-
and France, I could do that one too. The chewing gum. I can get 3. Nope, Australia's chewing gum. So I can get 4
A
of
whole
them.
bunch of them.
I can get 4 of them. So, okay. And then we got some here from Canada, from, all of the baseball teams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not much of a sports person, so,
Especially baseball. I like football,
but we got the Cardinals, the Brewers, the Braves, and these are all in regular packages like a regular Wrigley's Juicy Fruit or Spearmint package, but it's labeled with the different baseball teams. Wow. How in the world did you collect all of this?
I had a lot of help. We used to travel. We used to RV, and you'd stop in little gas stations, and they used to have these like
Right.
Circle K's. They don't much anymore, but that's where we got a lot of them. And then all my kids and grandkids help.
Oh, I'm sure once
They-
the word's out.
Yeah, yeah. And they'll call and say, "Do you have this?" And so I run out and look. Monkey gum and lump of coal, like if you were bad at Christmas.
You don't know all of the gums that you have in here. You have to come out and look while they're
I
standing
can't
there at the Circle
remember them
K.
anymore. Yeah, I'm losing it.
When your customer puts their foot down, you never know what they'll come up with.
Okay.
And this is a pamphlet that has a piece of gum stuck to his
This
shoe.
guy invented this Gum Pals, and he put those in the Wrigley.
Gum packets.
Yeah, gum packets. And this was his little collection. And he was here one year, and he sent me all of this. And then his wife called the next year, and he had passed away. But
Okay, and what are gum pals?
that's what these are. They're little pieces of paper that you just stick your gum in to throw away rather than to stick it on your shoe.
Or throw it on the ground.
Throw it on the ground. So
or stick it
somebody
under
else-
a table.
Yeah.
And so Wrigley's actually bought these.
They had a machine in their where they sold them, and this guy, his daughter or somebody, can you reach that book?
This book, yes.
Okay, this is a story about the gum pals, how they got started,
Oh, really?
and how not just what they're for.
I had never heard of anything. I'm not a big gum chewer, so.
Well, and you're not looking. You don't look. Yeah, you don't go in and look at the gum to see if there's anything there that's new.
Right.
Toys R Us used to have all of the fun machines. That's where I got a lot of the gum machines.
This is just, you can just keep going and going
On
and looking
on
and
on,
looking.
and you can't really see it all in one trip, actually.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, because every time you look, you're going to find something different.
This gal was here. She's from the UK, and she came and visited, and then when she got home, she sent, this is all from the UK, and bless her heart, I wrote and told her, oh, thank you so much, you're in my heart. So she built a piece of gum, or
that's cool.
gum that says, you are in my heart.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And you've got some Hubba Bubba in there and Ice Mint Demoral. Just a lot of them from Dublin, Sweden, Holland. Again, all these different countries. I guess I'd never even thought about having to collect from all the countries,
Well,
too.
I've been lucky, and I have a niece that was a missionary in
Okay.
Jerusalem, and these are all some that she sent. And you know how, have you been to Mexico where the little boys stand and sell you gum?
Right.
Okay, well that's what these little boys were doing. They wait for you, and these men, they just liked her, and they just were showing her some of the gum.
Really? This sounds like quite a journey, this collection.
It's been
From
it's
traveling
fun.
and collecting to having everybody send you stuff, and I
Yep.
guess that's how you know you're loved, is when somebody sends you a package of gum.
That's right. Yeah, they'll come and they'll look and they'll say, "Oh, do you have this?" And I said, "No." And they say, "Well, I'm going to send it to you," and usually they do. And let me see. I kind of forgot where these are, but if I can find them.
Acme TNT Soundbite gum, and it's got a picture of Wile E. Coyote on there. Now, when it says Soundbite, what does that mean? Does it have something in there that'll pop when you chew it, or?
I don't know.
And then we come over here to all these different gum machines, just little gum machines like what you'd sit on your dresser or something, not the stand-up on a stand type, but just little Pocahontas. It looks like a lot of Disney characters.
A lot of
And-
these I found from Toys R Us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you pointed that out down there, but I'd forgot by the
Okay.
time we got here.
I want to show you one down here.
Okay.
Have you ever been into a Spencer store? Spencer's.
I don't know if I have.
I have.
They have
Okay.
naughty stuff.
Very naughty.
Very naughty.
This rack needs to go back there on the.
Yeah, it should go. But that was the year I collected them. And then my son is a pastor in the Christian bookstore.
He wasn't passing those out at his at church for keeping the
the-
kids quiet, right?
These are his.
Okay.
Scripture and Testaments.
Scripture and Testaments. That's fun. Yeah.
So from one end to the other.
There you go.
Very funny.
It is. This is just amazing.
It is. Yeah, when you say you're going to look at a gum collection, you really have no idea what it is.
No, you don't.
This is really, really good collection. I mean, it's great.
This is
It's
Speakeasy
awesome. Yeah.
Natural Gum, Ford Extreme Xylitol Gum.
Yeah, that's all from the rainforest. Oh, and let's see. Here's the chicle. Here's the raw chicle that I was going to show you.
Okay, and that's what they would chew.
And that's what they get out of, yeah, see, he's getting it out of the trees.
Okay, so it's kind of like a sap or something. Wow. Some of this takes me back to my childhood, and some of it
Right.
just totally amazes me that they even had it. And I don't know where you would market some of this stuff. You know, it's just it's so not specific, but well, I guess like the Hulk, unique. There you go. That's the
Right.
word I'm looking for. Is unique. It's just so unique that
I remember that.
Blue mouth.
Yeah.
I'm looking at these over here with the little.
Yeah.
Bubble gums that were a little bit bigger than chiclets that had the dispenser like the
Right.
Pez dispensers.
Yeah, and they only had those really cool ones for about 2 years. And I guess they weren't that popular like the Pez.
Wow. They got a kangaroo and a frog, a gopher, a tiger, a raccoon that are the dispenser pieces, and the gums. I remember those gums, but I never knew what they were for because I never saw the
That's
dispensers.
what they are. And over here I have a few that are like the Pez's, but they have,
Okay.
they have candy and gum.
Oh, so they
But
dispense.
they were called clicks rather than...
Okay, and they've got the Hulk and Batman and Popeye and who I don't know who all the characters are, but they've got the dispensers have like AAA batteries, and you can put 2 of them in there. One side was gum and one side was like Sweet Tart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They have batteries in them?
No, they're about the size of a AAA
Oh,
battery.
okay.
Yeah, that's the only way I could use to describe it. Everybody knows what a AAA battery is.
Right.
Watch gum that has you could strap it on like a watch, and they're about 1.25 inches round and 3/4 of an inch deep, and I'm assuming that they had kind of like chiclets in those, just little pieces
No,
of gum.
actually they were little round
Discs?
flat, little discs, and there was a whole bunch of them in there.
Wow.
I should have displayed one of those, but I didn't.
And then you've got an Aqua Fresh box, dental gum. You've got 2 of them here that are supposed to whiten your teeth while you chew it. And that's in a box that's about the size of a bar of soap. That's interesting. And it actually whitens your teeth while you chew it.
This one too, supposedly.
Yep, Arm & Hammer, Advanced White Cinnamon Gum. And then you've got one in a Band-Aid package down here called Ouch Bubble Gum. This is so cool.
It's awesome, huh?
It's amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Okay, now these here look like yo-yos.
Yep, that's what they are.
And they had gum on the outsides of the yo-yos?
Yep. Yeah, well,
So you had to take them out balanced?
Yeah, they actually, the yo-yos worked, yeah, but then you took them apart and there was gum right in there. Little discs.
And then double bubbles. It's got a bubble blowing solution along with bubble gum on the side of it. All in the same package, so you could blow bubbles with your gum and blow bubbles with the little round thing.
And the G.I. Joe found those in what do they call them in the servicemen where they can go?
Canteen or something?
Yeah, something like that. They had those in there.
Commodities.
Yeah, this says G.I. Joe, and it's a small canteen that's probably 3.5 inches tall. And then the gums are shaped like little G.I. Joes.
That's cute.
It's kind of hard to imagine that these companies are able to change their labeling so quick to meet up with the latest craze with the kids.
It is, and still maintain their money.
Well, yeah, because you've got the marketing part of it with the outside covers, but then you've got all the stuff on the inside, like the little G.I. Joes, or you've got Bubble Tunes with little cartoon characters on the gum itself. Or the cards, having to change those cards out as the players are popular and stuff, and then discontinuing it and moving on. Must be a really interesting.
Must be quite.
It's amazing. It's like It's Toy Store that you chew.
It is.
I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, now over here we've got potato chip bubble gum. It says fruity bubble gum, but it looks like potato chip packaging. And another one that looks like a hot dog with potato chips and a hamburger and fries. and Jolly Rancher made of a gum? Because all I ever saw was the little hard candies.
Peanut butter and jelly.
And then the Disney characters, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Pluto or Goofy, one of the two. And Tom and Jerry.
Those are cute.
Oh, and
Jerry's,
these, I'm not sure we should say these. I'll tell you that afterwards. To read this,
Oh, yeah.
read that.
Okay.
I'm going to take a picture.
And then you've got CDs. When the CDs came out, like
Right.
the records,
Same thing,
and did these have actual CDs in them or just the gums?
just the gum.
Just the gums.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool too. But these aren't any names that I recognize.
No,
It's Chubby 40
well, see,
and
they're kind of spin-offs. Crooks
okay,
and Gum.
Crooks
that's
and
what-
Gum.
Yeah.
Mighty Mutant,
Yeah.
Power Turtles, Gums and Posers.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting it now. It took me a minute. And there's some more up here. The songs on the back are Neat Blow, Bubbleine, Bubble Fly, Interstate Gum Song, Gum Remains, Pretty Chewy, Silver Gum, Bubble Man, Big Bubbled. There again, the marketing on this to be able to come up with these
Names.
creative things is just amazing.
Yeah, it is. You just have no idea the history of gum till you come here.
Yeah.
You've got lean body chewing gum, Chroma Trim with chromium picolinate. I don't know what that is, but I guess it's supposed to make you lose weight.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very tasty, does
No, it doesn't. I don't know what picolate is,
I
but
don't either.
wow. Well, what other interesting stories can you tell me?
I'm about storied out. I
You're
think.
about storied
About
out?
storied out.
Well, I'm going to continue to look around, but we
Okay.
can go ahead and finish this up. Now, Joanne does not have internet. She does not have
A smartphone.
a really good website or anything else. This is something that you just have to kind of accidentally stumble upon. And when you stumble upon, this is not open all the time, so you need to call Joanne. Do you mind if your number's on the podcast?
No, the number. I just don't want the address.
Okay, the number is?
928-916-0905.
Okay. And her place is really pretty easy to find, but if you call her and set an appointment, she will meet you here and will take you through the displays much like she did us. And you can't help but be amazed in here. I mean, I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea. Bubblegum museum, well, just a gum museum, but the bubble gums are everywhere. So as I finish everything out, I just want to say the world is full of wonder. You need to get out and explore and come to this museum and see what all you've missed in your childhood, because there's no comprehension to what all was there. And have an absolutely wonder-filled day.
All the roll and go, where am I to go? Meet Johnny, where am I to go? For I'm a young and a sailor lad, and where am I to go?